Hi angels, welcome to Earth Angel Energy. I'm the Earth Angel and today I'm bringing you another pick a card reading, and today's topic is what is your reputation? So the people who know you, the people around you, what are you known for? What's your reputation? And I have 3 piles for you. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you. We can go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, then this is your reading on what is your reputation. So what do people know you for? I see a lot of nice energy, a very dynamic energy here. So number 1, you're known as someone who's quite materially well off. It doesn't have to be like in an exorbitant way, but I definitely see that people see you as someone who is very stable, very good with money, but generous. I feel like you're a friendly person. Definitely someone that a lot of people admire or look up to. The kind of person that people know as someone who's kind of got it all together in a way. You're really good at making things happen. You're very trustworthy in a lot of ways. We're going to get a little bit more into this Devil card because I feel like there's something here about your work ethic that comes through really strongly. But with the Magician, I see that people see you as someone where if you say you're going to do something, you do it. There's really no questioning at this point. I think people have seen the evidence enough times, and I highly recommend this, especially if you want to be seen as a trustworthy person. Just if you say you're going to do something, just do it. And I feel like the more you do that, the more that really becomes your reputation. Now with the Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Six of Pentacles, people could see you as somebody who does place a lot of emphasis on their material stability. But with the Six of Pentacles, it's not even giving me a greedy energy. It's sort of like you place a lot of emphasis on like being able to take care of yourself, making sure your bills are paid on time, making sure you have what you need, making sure you have to give to others as well. Someone who gives great advice as well too. Kind of like an expert energy. A lot of people around you kind of think of you as sort of an expert or that person that they go to when they have questions about things. People trust your judgment, they trust your knowledge here. You could have the reputation as someone who's quite educated as well. You're also seen as quite optimistic though. Like this great balance of the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil. You have this great balance of, realism and practicality, but with the Six of Pentacles and the Sun, you let your optimism and your faith that everything is going to turn out well really fuel you. And I think this combination of kind of the practical realism, but also the optimistic and kind of positive affirmations and manifestations, that's a very powerful combination. I think that's why you're known as someone who always makes things happen. You could also be someone who's seen as being a little bit stingy with information about yourself. So you don't overshare. People don't know everything about you. I feel like people kind of wish they knew a little bit more, but at the same time, they feel like you share all relevant information. It's not like people think that you have anything to hide, but you don't overshare. You could be the kind of person who shares your accomplishments, but keeps some of your challenges or hardships to yourself. Let's get a little bit more here. Yeah, Knight of Swords. You move quickly, decisively, kind of like a fearless person, but not reckless. King of Pentacles. People could also think that you have good judgment when it comes to like partners. If you've been in long-term relationships, at least recently, I feel like you've made pretty good choices in terms of like who you're willing to give your time and energy to. The Star, yeah. You have a reputation for being a very healed person. You don't bring a whole lot of toxicity. Let's get a clarifier for the Devil though, just to see if there's any other energy lingering on that one. No. The Moon in reverse, no. It's kind of like what you see is what you get. But you definitely are known as someone who, like, you're very serious about your legacy, about your material stability. Yeah. I feel like also, too, people really know you as, like, there's not a whole lot of recklessness when it comes to your emotion. Yeah. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I'm telling you. Okay, this is kind of funny. So you can let me know if this resonates. Also, this is a nice energy where this doesn't have to be like your lifetime energies. This could be an energy that you grow into as you mature. But you have a reputation where you don't date or deal with like really toxic individuals. Like you love like stable, family-oriented energies. You don't have a reputation of like liking like bad boys or bad girls really. Like, you fall in love with, like, good, solid individuals, people that you can take home to mom and dad. You know, people who definitely are marriage material. Like, that's what you are known for. For some of you, you've never been with someone who people really disliked. If you did, I feel like that's in your past now. And if you're resonating with that energy of everybody disliking your partner, I don't know, I would maybe reconsider. Unless, you know, you're dealing with a bunch of toxic people and your partner is the one non-toxic individual. But you're just known as somebody who makes really good decisions in a lot of areas of life here. You're also known as someone who, like, family and friends, once again, I don't see a whole lot of oversharing with, like, your personal business, but you're kind of an open book. So, like, people know what's up with you. Like, if somebody asks, like, oh, what are they up to? It's like, oh, yeah, they're doing well. They're with this person, or they're doing this with work. Like, there's no one's going to be like, oh, God, I haven't heard from them in 10 years. Like, I don't know what's going on with them. You're not really that person. Queen of Wands, very attractive. You have a reputation for being very attractive, very confident. Yeah. You also have a reputation of prioritizing yourself, making sure that you're okay, you know, being your own best advocate, being your own cheerleader, but at the same time being very fair. So, like, you will never, like, you know, screw anyone over, but if you feel like you're being screwed over, you're totally fine going your own way. Like, you're not a doormat at all. You're fair, you're just, you're nice, but you're not a doormat. Yeah. You're fun to be around, though. People, like, enjoy being around you. It's so funny. I see this duality of your energy. Yeah, 10 of Wands. And you can really handle a lot. There's a great depth and breadth to your energy. You're very multifaceted. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people around you feel like you are kind of a master of multiple energies. So in terms of, like, stability, you know, work ethic, material stability, you're mastering that. In terms of your general energy of being fun and friendly and nice to be around, a great influence and a great person to know and to have in their life, you've also mastered that. I feel like physicality, you look really good. So physically, you have a lot of confidence, you have a lot of belief in yourself, and you'll be generous when you need to be, but you're also not afraid to go out on your own if needed as well. King of Swords, yeah, very intelligent as well, too. I kind of feel like as the energy's coming out, that's kind of the first thing that pops in people's minds. But the deeper we delve in, I think the more we kind of see. Because I think you're known for a lot. I think you're honestly quite an impressive person to a lot of the people around you. Yeah, once again, so much duality here. But it's like a layer and a depth to you that people recognize. Where you're fun to be around, but, like, you can also be very serious, very intelligent. You can be someone's best friend. I'm not even going to say you can be anybody's worst enemy, because if you consider someone to be an enemy, you just separate yourself from that. You're not coming after people. You're not seeking revenge. Don't ever seek revenge. That's God's job, and he'll do a way better job than either any of us can. Yeah, Page of Swords. Very observant as well, too. King of Wands in the... yeah. Just a highly intelligent, attractive, confident person. But I think this is resonating for you because you've put a lot of time and work into yourself. I don't feel like you've just stumbled into this energy. I feel like as you've grown and as you've matured, you're constantly striving to improve yourself. And it's really showing up here, like, tremendously. Very impressive energy. You seem like someone who takes good care of yourself, takes good care of your business, makes good decisions, you know. Nobody's perfect, but I definitely think that you constantly strive to always be better. I think you have big dreams and big aspirations, and you put in the work to get there. People see it. People recognize it. You know, you're definitely an individual to be respected and paid attention to. That's what you're known for. Really nice energy. Thank you for being here. This is fabulous energy. So that's what I have for you. I do hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious. You can watch one of my other videos. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you'd like me to read the energy in your situation. Thank you so much. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, Pal 2. So if you chose a second pile, then this is your reading on what is your reputation. Okay, I'm seeing kind of a waterier, kind of more mystical energy here, but I really like it. So number one, I feel like you're highly mysterious. You could have the reputation as someone who can kind of do a lot of things on your own. I feel like you do have like a core group or a few individuals that you're really close to. But in general, you're kind of a mystery a little bit to everyone. You're warm, you're friendly, you're inviting. But you do keep to yourself a little bit. I feel like you also have some certain passions or interests that are really important to you. And it's kind of like if things don't align with that, like you're okay with kind of putting things to rest here. Very beautiful as well, too. You have a reputation for being a very attractive person. Yeah, the Tower with the Two of Pentacles and the High Priestess. You really do. If you're going through any hardships or anything, like you really conceal it. And it's not giving me like a shady energy with that at all. It's kind of like I just don't want to share that. Like I don't want to share my problems with like random people I'm getting. I feel like you might have people that you can turn to if you kind of need support. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Very strong individual here. And also, I recommend if you're going through something really hard, you can always turn to God. He's going to be the number one who can help you here. But with the Tower, the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, yeah, the Chariot, and the Two of Cups. You've had some sort of transformation with your emotions here that I think is very mysterious to people. For some of you, you could have a very different energy than you used to when you were younger. And a lot of people are wondering how that happened, which is, I mean, with the Ten of Swords and the Strength, I'm going to be honest. Some of the people I'm picking up here, yeah, with the Five of Wands, their energy is kind of irritating me. I'll be honest. It feels kind of nasty because I see that people in the past have really tried to come for you. Like they've tried to hurt you. And they honestly have no idea why you're so like happy and content or peaceful. I don't think they're very happy and content in their lives. I mean, yeah, Five of Wands again. You're known as someone who people kind of come for you for no reason, and I'm sure we know people like this, whether in real life, whether it's like, you know, public figures, where someone hasn't really done anything, honestly, but people just come for them for some reason. There might be some jealousy here with the Bully, which is the Devil card. Yeah. People do get their karma for coming for you like this, though. That's kind of... Okay. So, I feel like people understand why you kind of keep to yourself, but people also see people, like, come for you for no reason. I do feel like you do get defended, but at the same... This could be, like, past people, really toxic individuals, where I feel like a lot of people are like, I still don't quite know, like, why so-and-so is, like, coming for this person here. Two of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, Three of Cups. Four of Pentacles. You're kind of known as someone who, like, even if people do, like, do something or say something, you kind of just keep it pushing. Like, you kind of don't care. You're kind of used to it. There's a lot of people who are kind of putting two and two together with you because, once again, your behavior is very nice. Like, you're quite warm, friendly, stable, loving, healed. Especially if you do kind of keep to yourself, you're kind of known. Like, if people ever wondered, like, oh, why don't they, like, you know, hang out with a bunch of people, or why do they keep to themselves? Like, people see it. Like, they get it now. I think people have also seen people come for you for no reason. Like, just either out of, like, envy or jealousy or prejudice. Like, no actual tangible reason. And once again, your energy comes off, like, so, like, at peace, at ease, comfortable, happy, healed. Like, you're just kind of, you don't really care about this energy at this point. You know, and I talked about this recently, but there's several public figures who I feel like this applies to. But I was reminded recently with an energy of, like, Princess Diana. So we all know who Princess Diana is. You know, she's, like, venerated almost to the point of sainthood at this point. But when she was alive, when she was still kind of escaping from like the royal family and stuff, oh, she was vilified. And people said horrible things about her all the time while she was still alive. And no one could really tell you why. That seems to be a pattern in the royal family. I'll be honest, I've seen that. Not even just in the British royal family, but a lot of royal families just kind of attacking people for no reason. But I think there's kind of a similar energy here where you seem happy, you seem content, but people have seen other people come at you and they don't know why. But I think that's why they assume that you're so chill, because they know that people like are just making up. Like, it's kind of a weird energy. The Tower, like you can kind of maintain an energy through the Tower because you're so used to it, or almost like people try to bring towers to you. There's something about people who can't actually really like impact your life trying really hard to impact your life. Or like, you know how you've created a life for yourself now where you don't let people in without, you know, a trial period essentially. And you just kind of assume like, okay, like this person might not turn out to be a long-term fixture in my life, so I'm just going to continue to build my life independently, you know? Like, you've kind of made yourself, like, un-F-withable. You know what like, that's what you're known for. But once again, not, like, in a harsh energy. You're not, like, I don't like people and I have walls. Like, it's very chill. But people understand now why you are the way that you are. Why you've built a life where you're fine by yourself. I think you do have people who are genuinely good people in your life. But you don't seem like dependent on anyone. You don't seem like you need anybody's approval or need people in your life, because you kind of have that understanding through your personal experiences that you shouldn't build your life around other people. You know, once it gets to like an elevated commitment, like say if you're getting married or having children, that's different. But there's like a bunch of like random people around you. I don't know, like friends, acquaintances, coworkers, even other family members who understand why you have this kind of very peaceful, stable, small circle around you. And that's like what's coming through first. Now, other parts of your reputation, once again, people see you as very stable, hardworking, loving, friendly. You could be quite talented and attractive as well. You could also work really well with other people. And especially like people from your past, I feel like once they are separated from you for a time, they really do remember you incredibly fondly. But when it comes to your reputation, there's some sort of dynamic energy going on here where you have a reputation as someone who is very stable, very happy, but who doesn't let people in that easily. And there's some sort of energy of people like trying to come into your life with weird intentions and being left behind just as quickly. There's something here that happens pretty frequently. The Sun, but you're happy. I think these are people who've been left behind. They're like, oh, I tried to be their fake friend and hurt them, and they're still happy. Or I tried to do something to them or hurt them, and they're still happy. Like, yeah, this is not Pile 2's first rodeo. I think you have a bright light. I think you're very attractive. There's a very enticing magnetic element to your energy as well. So you bring in all kinds of energies, both good and bad. And I think that you can ride the wave. I just don't think that you're afraid to lose people at this point, because you know the ones that are supposed to be in your life will stay and the ones who are not will not. But I think there's a lot of people who are kind of left in that wake of you. I feel like you have this reputation of like, you're just as happy and settled and content as you were before they met you. And whatever they did to you is not going to change that. There's a level of powerlessness that I think people feel. But yeah, you have this reputation as someone who's going to succeed on their own no matter what. If there are good, genuine people in your life, they stay and you grow with them. But, you know, for the rest of the rabble, yeah. Pile 2 will happily move on without you, and really not lose much sleep over it. That's what I have for you, Pile 2. Kind of an intense energy, but once again, very happy person, honestly. But yeah, I think God continues to remove some negative energies that seem to want to attach themselves to you. So that's what I have for you. I do hope this resonated. I hope this was helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles if you're curious. You can watch one of my other videos. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you. Hi, pile 3. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading on what is your reputation. I'm getting a very powerful energy, very intense. Also, if you notice here, it's almost all major arcana except for the Page of Swords here. So you give me a very... The energy feels like sharp and discerning and a little bit intense here. You could be known as somebody who's very observant. You're friendly, you're warm, you're quite magnetic as well. You could be spiritual or religious in some way. If that resonates for you, people definitely know you for that. But it's kind of one of those energies where it's like, people are like, oh yeah, like there's a legitimacy to that, to some sort of spiritual or religious belief that you have here. You're known as someone who's relatively fearless here. Very mysterious. But you do get quite a bit of attention. You could be known as someone who either gets a lot of attention, a lot of love, a lot of praise. Someone who definitely marches to the beat of their own drum, but everything seems to work out for you. It's so interesting. Even I'm like, what a mysterious energy. Trying to pick through this. Very intelligent, very discerning. Definitely not someone to be like messed with though. I don't think you would do anything crazy. It's kind of like people can kind of be a little intimidated. Yeah, 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You definitely have the reputation as someone who's going to continue to kind of move onward and upward. Always getting better, always doing better, always, you know, achieving more. 7 of Pentacles, good with money, stable. You make good investments here. Very loving and loved. You could either fall in love a lot or you're in a very loving relationship right now. Page of Wands in reverse. You could be known as someone who people initially when they see you could think that you are younger than you are or less mature than you are, but quickly find out that is not the case. You're a lot more mature than you look just based on your kind of physical appearance. Not even saying you look immature, but you just have a youthfulness about you. Yeah. Oh. Okay, and honestly, I'll just say this. The majority of people I know who are quite well off don't really show it off aggressively. You know, they might drive like an older car. They might not wear like the flashiest stuff. It'll be high quality, but you could have a reputation as someone who either acts like you have less than you have or wants people to think that you have less than you have. Like someone who tries to be a little bit modest. Oh, yeah. You could have a reputation as someone who a lot of people love and find very attractive here. Or you have a lot of suitors, or people assume that you have a lot of suitors. Or you can have your pick of the litter. You could be known as someone who also gets high value individuals. Yeah, Empress. Very attractive here. If you're married, your reputation is someone who is like, you know, very much like a high quality spouse, or people are assuming that you're going to be a high quality spouse here. Very loving. There's something sort of traditional about you too, actually. Good manners. Very, like you stand up straight, you speak well. Like classy. Classy, a little bit modest, but there's like an underlying intensity. Very intelligent individual people find you to be. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Lucky, fortunate, very fortunate. I just heard won the genetic lottery or God's favorite, something like that. People feel like you were kind of born into a luckier position in life. 6 of Cups, and once again, that could be in so many ways, whether you were born into like a higher financial standing or very intelligent. 6 of Cups to the 6. Oh, wait, hold on. Why is the 6 of Wands in reverse? Yeah, hold on. That's why you are the way that you are. Okay. So you could be known as someone who went through some hardships when you were younger, and it really taught you a lot here with this Hermit. Yeah. It's like going through the fire and now you're fireproof. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna lay this scene because, okay, what I'm imagining is like kind of when you were younger, you went through a lot. You know, there was some difficulty, there was some pain, some conflict. And through all that, it's kind of like maybe you went through a bit of a isolation period or a little bit of a growth period where you were kind of in your cocoon and you learned and you grew and you got stronger and sharper and you really developed your vision for your future and your life. And people feel like all of the, I just heard the BS that you went through when you were younger has shaped you into a very successful person now. There's something here where you kind of give me the energy of someone, people always feel like you're like 10 steps ahead or something. Six of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So it's like you kind of moved away. There's some like difficulty from when you were younger. I feel like a lot of people from your like youth or when you were younger have seen a really big change in you, but they remember how you were treated when you were younger. And so you kind of moved away, you kind of went inward, took some time to yourself. Knight of Pentacles, you kind of formed your plan for your life, and now you're kind of moving full steam ahead. I'm going to give you an example, and this definitely doesn't have to be your situation, but this is an example of what the energy kind of looks like to me. I'm imagining someone who was like in an orphanage or something and like really bullied by like other children. And then they leave the orphanage, they kind of have some hardships, and then a couple years later they come back as like a very successful business owner with like a very successful husband or wife. Something like that. But like when you reunite with them, you know, they're not harsh, they're not mean. It's like they've grown into their own. But you see beneath the surface, you have a very calm, cool, and collected, very mature, very powerful energy, similar to the Strength. If you see, you know, this is what you look like to a lot of people. This is what you are known for. Once again, look at her. She is dressed beautifully, you know, with very high quality, you know, fabrics, but she's holding on to this lion so peacefully. It's like, this is how you look on the outside, but people know that you have this lion on the inside. But it's like you very much keep it tempered here. The Hierophant. Once again, it reminds me of like maybe a mistreated or neglected child who just grows up to be like a boss, you know, in their energy, in their accomplishments, in their abilities. With the Magician, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles too. I think a lot of people also feel like you're really hiding. Not even hiding, because it doesn't feel like you're like being super concealing or anything like that. But you don't put all your cards out there. It's like people know either, oh, they have more, or they have more connections, or they have resources, something that they're not showing. Like, you definitely carry yourself with like a regal energy, I'll be honest. Anything else? Yeah. Emperor. You know? You have the reputation of like a shot caller, but once again, like when people talk about you, they're not like, oh, they're bossy or oh, anything like that. It's not even that they would say like, oh, they're a shot caller. It's kind of like if people bring you up or think about you, it's like, oh yeah, like I'm seeing people's eyebrows raised and then being like, yeah, like so and so, like they're doing very well. But there's a bit of, how do I explain it? People defer to you. They do. There's something about the way that you carry yourself. Once again, you're friendly, you're warm. I think you have great manners. But there's something about you that commands respect. And honestly, like, I don't really see much, like, I feel like people don't like to say negative things about you. Like, they just don't like to. Yeah, Hierophant. There's something. Queen of Wands. Yeah, and the Ten of Wands. Like, if people feel a way about you, they kind of just keep it to themselves. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Four of Pentacles. I do think a lot of people who are in your good graces want to stay in your good graces. Like, they feel like you'll be a good person to know in the future. Or, like, to be on your good side. There's just kind of that feeling of, like, I should probably stay in this person's good graces at this point. There's just this feeling. Three of Wands. Yeah. There's just this feeling, like, an incredibly strong feeling, especially if you have a relationship with God. I feel like that covering of you need to respect my child is so heavily over you at this time. Like, yeah. So, especially don't be surprised if you feel like at the moment you feel like people are treating you honestly with a lot of respect, deference. You carry yourself like, yeah, you know, don't disrespect me. I don't know. And once again, there's a gentleness to it, but I think you've mastered that very subtle art of, you know, being kind, being relatable, but also being someone of great repute. And honestly, like, you carry yourself like someone of great importance. And I think you're in that energy because that energy is coming for you, especially like if you have great ambitions or you have a great drive and you're putting in a lot of work and effort. You're moving to a place of importance and prominence. You're getting there. And I think that you're already carrying yourself in that energy. You're showing up as the person you want to be seen as. You're showing up as who you are. It's a very powerful energy. It's a very prominent energy, and people are feeling it a lot. You know, you don't carry yourself like everyone else. You're not seen like everyone else. And I feel like there's a level of deference and respect that you're getting because that's how you show up. But honestly, I feel like people appreciate it. People get it. You're being who you are, and you're being how people see you. It's not even just the way that you carry yourself. People see you as someone who's going to continue to become prominent. I think you're ambitious, you're hardworking, you're talented, you're highly intelligent. You've been through the fire already, you're fireproof. I think you have a far, far distance that you're going to go in life. People see it, people know it. A lot of people support you, and a lot of people, you know, want to remain in your good graces throughout this. So that's what I have for you, Pile 3. Wow, very powerful energy. Beautiful. So that's what I have for you. I do hope this resonated, and I hope this was helpful for you. You can feel free to check out one of the other piles. If you're curious, you can watch one of my other videos. And of course, you can always book a personal reading with me if you would like me to read the energy in your situation. But thank you so much, Pile 3. Beautiful energy for all of you. So thank you all for hanging out with me once again. And until I see you next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless you.